Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Feliz Mercules. Well, as we can see, nobody got raptured yesterday. We're all still here. That didn't happen. So, we don't know when we're going to get raptured, right? Okay, now let's hope that we don't get any more, how can I say this PC? Crackpots that come up and decide that they know when Yeshua is coming back. That's ridiculous. Don't you think? But I'm sure somebody's going to come up with a new end of the world date. So, but what did happen yesterday is that the 47th president of the United States got up and had a news conference to let the world know that he thinks that Tylenol is one of the reasons for autism. Let that marinate. Let that marinate. Now, let me give this disclaimer. I did not use Tylenol during my pregnancy with my now almost 30-year-old son on the autism spectrum. But does this mean that those mothers who have children on the spectrum that did use Tylenol can start to sue Tylenol? Is that what it means? Because if it does, here comes a class action lawsuit. I see it. But what I do remember is that my son had a very high fever before he was age 2, and we had to take him to the hospital because putting him in an ice bath was not bringing his temperature down. And if I'm not mistaken, they gave him Tylenol while they were monitoring him to get his fever down. So maybe I'm going to be part of that class action lawsuit. And he also said that potentially vaccinations that are being given in a bundle to our children, specifically MMR, the rubella, German measles one, perhaps is one of the causes. Now that one I believe, because I think that's how my son got it. That's what I think. My own research shows that starting in the early 1990s, they bundled these immunizations, and there's over 80 of them in those bundles that are given to our children before the age of 2. What the F? Over 80? Really? And if I remember correctly, the whistleblower from the CDC is the one who said that black and brown boys are more susceptible to getting autism because of having those bundles of shots before the age of 2. But this information didn't come out until the 2000s, and nobody can find that person. So my real question is, how is this going to help those of us who have children with autism now? And I'm talking about not just the children, but the adult children on the spectrum, because autism is a lifetime disability or different ability, whichever way you want to look at it. Are we going to get the help for our kids? Or is this just for the future? I'm asking, what's going to happen? Because honestly, if they had listened to us autism moms years ago, we wouldn't even be here right now, in my opinion. Because we've been saying there was something in those immunizations. We've been saying that. That's not something new to us. Maybe to the world, but not ever for us. I mean, I guess experts thought that as mothers of children on the autism spectrum, we didn't know what we were talking about. Like, we didn't see when our children started to lose their language, when we started to see these things, when they started getting those vaccinations. That's what happened. And most of us were not let to know that we could actually ask to have them unbundled. I was not given that option. And I don't think it's my pediatrician's fault, because honestly, I don't think the doctors knew to give us that option. But once I found out that it was an option, I told everyone after me, everyone, so that they didn't go through this. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my son. He is the most beautiful son I could ever have. But if I could have prevented what he's going through as a person living with autism, I would. And if I can prevent it for other children, that's what I want to do. Now, I am ecstatic that autism is getting the attention that it deserves, finally, and that more research is being done. But what I also want to make sure is that the access to services and treatment is more accessible to everyone, not just those who are palm-colored. That's fair. So these are my thoughts about the announcement that happened yesterday and about the event that didn't happen yesterday. As a mother of an adult on the autism spectrum, I pray that we're going to be going the way that we need to be going. But I'll be watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.